Ray Alexander, and I'm running for the 2019 president-elect. We're not there yet, so we got the ways to go. Love getting Mike with that. So. But if you don't know me, I'm Ray Alexander. Been involved with the GRRA since 2010. And then after that, I realized to be involved, you've got to really give. So I started giving, and as I've told people, this is going to be an interactive speech. So I started with the Realtors RV building, which I expect to see everybody out there this year. Kathy, if you don't know, Kathy will have the dates for us.
The dates are September the 29th and 30th, and October the 6th and 7th. That's a Thursday, Friday, 2 weeks in a row.
So I expect everybody out there, and most guys on the roof. After that, I knew that that was just fun starting out, so I wanted to get more involved, and I got involved in the GRRF. Went from there and became president last year. From that, I got involved in government affairs, which that I found out is my true passion. Was vice chair. Next year I'll be chair, and it's always been a passion, so I expect everyone to be involved in that. Come join our meetings. You're all welcome. On top of that, I was thankful last year to become Realtor of Distinction, and with RPAC for Stacy, which I expect everybody to join in and donate. I became a Sterling R member. So, but outside of the GRRA, with Bob, I've been on the 2016 Leadership Academy. I'm on NCAR's Risk Management. I'm on the Guilford County's Planning Board. I'm on the Board of Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which I'm not sure it's a good investment, but hopefully I'm giving it my all. And I'm also a member of the First Baptist Church. And as always, a proud graduate of UNC. So, did I get in trouble? A goal of mine is to see our board grow, our membership grow. You know, I believe through education about our association, we will all have a voice, and I would appreciate your vote. Thank you for letting me be here.
And now we're going to hear from Don Allred, but playing the part of Don Allred today is Emily Franco.
Thanks, Bob. Good luck. So Don wrote a speech and expected me to read it. For those of you that know me, that's probably not going to go very well. So we'll start with Don's and then we'll see what happens from there. Hello, my name is Emily Franco, and I'm an agent in the Caldwell Banker office. I'm here to speak on behalf of Don Allred, my broker in charge, who's running for board of directors. First, Dawn wanted to offer her apologies for not being with you, but there are Pokemon to be caught, and she's on for the job. In all seriousness, she's at the beach, hopefully with a cold drink in her hand, and the beach trip was planned long before she was aware of this presentation. A little bit about Dawn. She has been a licensed realtor since '95, and spent the majority of that time in new construction for tract builders and custom builders. A few years ago, she began to work in general brokerage along with new construction and new right-of-way. She wanted to go stronger in that direction. She's now broker in charge for Caldwell Banker in Greensboro. And God bless her because we put her through it every day. She tells us all the time that she's learned more in the last 2 years as hour big than she did in 10 years prior. That's my fault mostly. This has been her most challenging, stressful, and sometimes downright crazy position ever, but it's also the most rewarding and exciting position ever. She wants to sit on the board because she simply wants to help. She wants to be more involved and continue to learn so that she can share that knowledge with other realtors, starting first in our office and then branching out. And she wants to be an example of leadership and involvement within the realtor community and do her part. So, I get the distinct honor of going off script for a minute and telling you how I feel about Dawn from a realtor's point of view and why you should vote for her for board of directors. First of all, there's never been anybody in this world, with the exception of my husband, that can talk me off a ledge faster than Dawn. She seems to always want to take the high road. I don't. She seems to always want to try to make the right decisions. I I don't. She seems to know exactly what to say to people to elicit the response that is probably the best way to go. I don't. So, there are many, I was just telling Karen at the table earlier, there's so many times that before I even type an email, I'll pick up the phone and be like, okay, I need you to calm me down. Tell me what I'm supposed to say in this situation. And she stopped asking me about a year ago what I wanted to say. She doesn't ask me that anymore. So, but she, through us at Caldwell Banker's office, she has seen and been through, you guys know, right? So much junk over the last 4 years, and she gets excited about it, right? She's into it. She not only wants to help, but wants to know the outcome. She'll call me 3 weeks later and be like, whatever happened with that foundation issue? And I'm like, you got a minute? So she's super, super cool in that respect. And as far as the board of directors go, the number one thing I can say for me that would make me vote for Dawn is the fact that she really does want to know your opinion. She might not like it. She might not agree with it. She'll be nice about it. But she really does want to hear from several different people. I can't tell you how many times she'll walk up to the front of our office and be like, who's here? Okay, what would you guys do in this situation? And she'll run through the whole thing. And she won't necessarily take anybody's advice, but it's interesting to her what other people have been through and how they've handled it and how that played out. For me, from a board of directors position, that's invaluable. That's it.
And now we're going to hear from Johnny Letterman, but playing the part of Johnny Letterman tonight is Marion Stafford.
Johnny had a prior commitment also, but she's not playing Pokemon and she's not at the beach. I am Johnny Letterman. And I want to be on the board of directors. What an honor to have Marion speak on my behalf. I have served 2 times on the board of directors, and when I was asked to reappear on the scene, I was so excited. My start date with the Greensboro Board of Realtors, now GRRA, was in 1978. Oh God, did I just say that? As Marion looks at this group of professionals, most of you weren't even around yet. MLS wasn't known, lock boxes, what are those? And then the C word, computers. All the changes that have occurred with the times. What a great opportunity we all have with these changes. Many of you know my family's history in real estate, starting with my mother, Johnny Greer Hunter, my brother, Laban Carter, my sister, Melissa Greer, and now a special opportunity to have my son, Jake Letterman, join me as 3rd generation. Boring at the dinner table, but hard hitters with a house. Combined 125 years of experience. What more can you do? It's a great opportunity to represent you with decisions that are made for our organization and be on the foreground of the knowledge and the professionalism offered to our community and the impact it has on our reputation as realtors. This is an investment in our future. Thank you for your consideration and voting for me. Now, don't you think Marion does a great job of speaking?
Thank you. So before I introduce the next person, and to the numerous people who have sent me texts over the last 5 minutes, I realized the instant I said it that I said it wrong. So I appreciate that everybody was listening to what I said. So the next person that is going to come up here and talk to you is not Carrie. It's Carly Mann. So Carly, I apologize, but come on up.
There's a lot of this man, so I do understand how people can get confused. It happens all the time at our office. So, but good afternoon, and thank you for having me here. I'm Carly Mann, and I'm running for the board of directors. I have been a broker and a member of the association since 2005. I've truly loved this ride, and a ride it is, as we all know. I think you have to have a little bit of crazy in us, kind of like
Diana said, to be able to love the craziness of this business, and I do love it, and that's what makes it a lot of fun. I started my career at Prudential Carolinas and now at RE/MAX Realty Consultants, celebrating my 10-year anniversary. It's hard to believe. RE/MAX had and still has a lot to offer. The support and training helped take my business to the next level. I'm a graduate of East Carolina University with a BS in interior design. I worked as a kitchen designer prior to getting into real estate. My mother-in-law, Barbara Mann, was the one who encouraged me to get into real estate. I'm truly grateful for her encouragement and continued support. It's a great privilege to be a part of the Mann family, as they really know the true meaning of family. I have an amazing husband who supports me in all that I do, and I also could not do this business without him. I have 3 beautiful girls, twin 5-year-olds, Caroline and Lillian, who are about to start kindergarten in just 2 weeks. And I have a 2.5-year-old, Katie Ray, who's sweet as sugar. I've learned over the years to only commit to what you can give 100%, so I try to only take on what I can handle. I have a love for giving back and have found the more that you give back to others, the more you will get out of life. I have been and still am seriously involved in several nonprofits, the Junior League of Greensboro being one of them, serving on the board multiple terms, and co-chairing one of their largest fundraisers, the 2013 Show House, netting close to $300,000 for the organization. Junior Achievement is another one that's close to my heart. I love going in the classrooms and teaching financial literacy and encouraging entrepreneurship in classrooms in Guilford County. I'm an active member at Westover Church as well. Within the association, I'm currently on the GRRF, which is the association's foundation, and we are working on some really great things yet to come, so look out for that. I have served on RCSE and an RPAC contributor. I received the Broker of Distinction last year, 2015, at the association. I truly enjoy giving back to the community, and I hope to be able to give back more to the association. I look forward to the opportunities to help my fellow agents learn more, to bring awareness to industry changes, keeping up to date on community issues and happenings, keeping the board strong, which will strengthen our profession, in return, bringing us more business and the net goal of everyone making more money. I'm ready to give back to the business has given me so much, so I appreciate your vote for Board of Directors. Thank you.
Thank you, Carly. Next, we're going to hear from Hilda and Michael.
Good afternoon. My name is Hilburn Banner Michael, and to put it quite simply, I really want to be elected to the Board of Directors for GRRA. And I believe so deeply that I can make an influence that I left my family at the beach yesterday. Here with you today. I wanted to be here with you today and fulfill this honor of being nominated. So, what can I bring to the table? How can I guide our association forward in the next few years? I sold real estate full-time for 14 years and have been a broker in charge at my office for the past 3 years. This has given me a deeper appreciation and perspective of the many issues facing real estate agents today. I want to use my experiences to bring a fresh perspective to the board and lend my voice to making decisions going forward in real estate today. So, who am I? I was born in Greensboro 47 years ago, a 4th-generation native, and I graduated from UNC Chapel Hill. I was a longtime member of the Junior League of Greensboro. I recently served on the vestry at Holy Trinity Episcopal Church, and I'm actively involved in the Parents Associations of both Canterbury School and Page High School, of which I am a graduate. GRRA is our largest support group. They enable us as real estate agents and brokers to do our jobs to the fullest. I hope, if elected, to increase participation in all of their endeavors and create other resources to make our association the best in the state. So, please vote for me on August 15th. It would truly be an honor to represent you on the Board of Directors and to be your voice. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Hoover. Tom Taylor.
In the words of Phil Mickelson, the professional golfer, I am such an idiot. I had no idea that I could have gotten somebody to stand in here and give this talk. Good afternoon. My name's Tom Taylor. I'm a real estate appraiser here in town. My company name is Taylor and Associates Appraisers. We have 6 appraisers in our office. We do residential appraisals, as many of you know, I'm sure. We also do a lot of commercial appraisals. People don't really know about the appraisal business, but we spend a lot of our time doing appraisals for condemnation, for estate valuation, for litigation support, for divorces, for banks, for governments, and as long as people keep dying and getting divorced, we'll have business to do. So it's been a good business. I've been in the business for over 40 years now. Had my own company now for 27 years. I'm a lifelong resident of Greensboro, and I live downtown next to LeBauer Park. Really looking forward to that getting open on August the 8th. They say August the 8th. I don't know if it'll really happen or not, but it's getting close. I previously served on the board of DGI, which is Downtown Greensboro, Inc., and I was chair of that board for 1 year. I also served on the board of the Realtors Commercial Alliance for 3 years. And I would just like to say that what I could bring to the board in the way of a participating board of directors member is a depth of knowledge about Greensboro, about the real estate industry, and I would bring it in the perspective of a real estate appraiser. I don't sell and list and all that like you folks do, but I do have a different perspective. So I would appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. Joe Tomlinson. Come on.
I just want to thank everyone for the opportunity to even be running for the board. My name is Joe Tomlinson. I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Joseph Little, formerly Prudential. And I really appreciate the honor of working on the board. I was on the board in 2013 and 14, and I also ran for president, if you remember, against a good man who won. But I enjoy it, and I like giving back to the community. I'm very active in a lot of community organizations. I've tried to help out on different committees for the Realtor Association and lend my talent to the background that I have, which is mostly a financial background, but in the last 9 years that I've been a realtor, I've been able to aggressively sell homes and occasionally a piece of commercial real estate when I get lucky. But I've done deals with a lot of you, and hopefully if we've done business together, you understand how I work, that I think that we try to represent the organization in an ethical manner and full disclosures and follow up with the paperwork and things like that. And that's a hard job for us. And so part of my job is to make sure that on the board that we continue to reflect the values that we want to exhibit and that we feel that we should. Most of our members do, some of them don't. But we need to educate those people that don't and the people that don't follow through with paperwork and things. I have a lot of transactions every year, and hopefully they all run pretty successful, but like Emily said, once in a while we have things that just drive us crazy. And it's trying to work through those things in a professional manner and exhibit the character and the qualities that you think that we should as a board member and as a realtor member should exhibit. I'm running, part of the thing too is we always want to increase membership involvement, whether it's from the small firms or the large firms. Sometimes the large firms are the worst ones with involvement. So we just have to make sure we get all of our members to do that. And I think that the current boards have really tried to work hard on that. We just need to keep hitting it. So I appreciate your support, and if you'll vote for me, I'll work very hard for you. Thank you.
our last candidate for the Board of Directors is Wayne Young.
Good afternoon, Realtors. I'm Wayne Young from Allen Tate Realtors, and for the last 2 years I've served on your board, and it's been such a pleasure. I've learned so much. 2 years ago I talked about my teaching background and the fact that I still have a teacher's heart. But over the last 2 years, it's really me who has been schooled. So much goes on behind the scenes here. And the board has worked very hard to prepare for a lot of the changes that you've seen in the last couple of years. New lock boxes, a new MLS system, a new appointment system, not to mention legislative days and fundraising projects, numerous board and committee meetings. There's just so much to learn. One thing that I've learned in the last 2 years is that there are a lot of sharks in our business. Now, I have some experience with sharks. You see, I've been a scuba diver since I was a teenager, and I'm a volunteer diver at the Greensboro Science Center. You can find me every Friday at 11 o'clock in the shark reef tank at the Science Center. There's sandbar sharks and black-tip sharks, and black-nosed sharks. They're all pussycats, if you ask me. But the sharks that I'm talking about in the real estate industry, they're not man-eating brokers. I'm talking about time-eating distractions. You know, the new social media sites that come out every year, the ferocious Zillow and Trulia sharks, the politicians who care very little about our industry or maybe even their constituents sometimes. These are just some of the sharks that we face as realtors. And there's plenty more out there. But the GRRA board stands to help you to sort of navigate those waters. And if you allow me to serve you for another 2 years as on your board, I hope to help you do just that, to navigate those waters, to help to alleviate some of the problems and the time-wasting things that go on in our business. So I hope you'll consider me for another 2 years to stand on your board, and I would appreciate it very much. Wayne Young with Allen Tate. All right.